I believe that there is some truth to what David Icke has said and what Alex Jones has said. People before them have said that there has been these dark, demonic, satanic cults. It's the reason why I started my book club, because I needed to understand where this was coming from in the only way that it can make sense, which is that these people are being guided by a theology.
Across the millennium years is crunch time in this whole agenda, crunch time for the human race. This is the time when this network of interbreeding bloodlines wants to bring in its global fascist structure of a world government to which nation states would be administrative units, of a world central bank and a world currency, a currency that wouldn't be cash, it would be merely electronic, for which there are fundamental implications for human freedom. And also the world army, which is designed to be NATO, expanding and expanding as it is now, of course, to become the fully fledged world army, world police force. And underpinning that little lot is designed to be a microchip population.
When Elias Brotberger goes to work, he doesn't need ID, and he doesn't need money. In fact, much of what he needs to get through the day is hidden right there, just below the surface, in his hand.
In which we are microchipped with our financial details, our medical details, etc., etc. And that would allow not only electronic tagging, people knowing where we are all the time, it would allow the external manipulation through this electronic means of our mental and emotional processes.
One of the elements of where they want to take the world is a third world war, which they wish to involve Europe, the United States, and Canada, North America, and Russia and China. I was told by insiders in the 1990s in America that the plan was to lead to a conflict involving China. For this reason, in the 1800s, letters were written, and particularly one particular letter, between two high-level players in the secret society network, in which the three world wars were described of where they were going to go. And this letter included the detail of countries that would be involved and how it would be started. And it described the First World War, with the Germans brought into conflict with the rest of Europe and America. It described the Second World War in the same terms and said it would lead to a Jewish state in Israel. And the Third World War would be triggered out of the Middle East, involving Israel as the trigger, and would bring about the final global conflict, which would lead to them being able to offer the solution to stop this ever happening again, which would be a world government and a single world army. And the idea of that is to say, if we have a single world army and we bring an end to national armies, then we can't ever again have a war. What they won't tell you is those that have manipulated the war will be the same people that offer the solution to the war, which is exactly the structure of control that they want.
Suddenly Donald Trump, this vacuous, demagogic man who just comes out with stock phrases about everything without any substance, without any explanation of how these things are going to be brought about.
We've ended the war on beautiful, clean coal, and it's just been announced that a second brand new coal mine where they're going to take out clean coal, meaning they're taking out coal, they're going to clean it.
Where it knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that? By injection inside, or almost a cleaning, because you see it gets on the lungs and it does a tremendous number of the lungs. So it'd be interesting to check that. So that you're going to have to use medical doctors with. But it sounds interesting to me.
But we ended 8 wars in 8 months, and I think there's another one coming. I thought the one coming was a lot easier than the Middle East. We did great with the Middle East.
This man who plays on people's fears, on people's prejudices, that somehow this man is going to take on what they call the globalists. And as a result of that, the narrative has changed in these parts of the alternative media from you can't trust any of them, it's all a rigged system, to actually it is rigged, but against Trump, in favor of Clinton. In almost every country, not least America, that there are two parties, sometimes three, but usually two, that have any chance of forming a government. So you vote for Party A and they get into government and you don't like what they do. So to get Party A out, you vote for Party B and they get into government. Then they do, because they're just a continuation of what Party A did. But to get Party B out, you've got to go back and vote for Party A. And so you have this bang, 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 bang about change between two masks on the same face. But what has changed in this Trump era, from the moment he started to basically run for the Republican nomination, is that that's been forgotten and suddenly Trump is different. This is a man that parts of the alternative media are pushing for president on the basis that this is going to be transformative and stop the expansion of this New World Order global state. It's ridiculous.
We're going to see some things done which the MAGA will like. And they're going to go, see, told you, he's doing it. And it will be a mild version of what he said, but that will be the diversion. Oh, look, we're winning. And over here, you're going to have the AI control agenda and the digital agenda rolled out at a very fast speed, aiming towards this key year for them of having so much in place of 2030.
And that is why today I am announcing this government will make a new free of charge digital ID mandatory for the right to work by the end of this Parliament. Let me spell that out. You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID.
And like I say, already, even before they've officially come to office, many people in the MAGA arena have gone, hold on a minute, we never voted for this.
Yeah, sure. If
Pam, could I just interrupt for 1 second? Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep? That is unbelievable. Do you want to waste the time, and do you feel like answering?
I don't mind answering.
I mean, I can't believe you're asking a question on Epstein. You can't come in, and I'm explaining, you can't come in, open up a massive computer chip factory for billions and billions of dollars like is being done in Arizona, and think you're going to hire people off an unemployment line to run it. They're going to have to bring thousands of people with them, and I'm going to welcome those people.
Others, of course, are quite happy for Trump and Musk to do exactly the same as the Democrats did, because it's our side doing it now, so it's okay. Naivety. The human disease. Soros, Gates, Schwab, Musk, Trump, Ramaswamy, Vance, Thiel, Mark Andreessen, David Sachs, all on the same team, using different rhetoric to make you think they're not. The outcome? The same.
And if I have one thing to get across today. It is this. I don't care if you are left. I don't care if you are right. I don't care if you're somewhere in between. You are in the gun sights of the same force that is playing everyone off against each other to create this divide and rule. And so, you have the left, I'm left, I am, and you have the right, I'm right, I am. In every way, I'm right. And if we just see it like that, then what happens? We have the absence of peace. Bang, 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 bang. But if we will just go one step higher or back into the shadows, whatever metaphor you want to use, you'll find the force that I call the global cult, this network of global secret societies with an interlocking leadership that is working through both left and right and playing them off against each other. And we have a magnificent example to prove the point currently. In America, we have Trump, and he is the right. And what is he doing? He's destroying freedom of speech. He's putting troops on the streets of cities. And he's increasingly creating a dictatorship. A dictatorship which includes, by the way, people who arrive in America having their social media scanned to see if they are against Trump or against Vance and these other people. And if they are, then they're out the country. We're having people who are challenging the genocide in Gaza, who are being targeted and arrested for the right to have an opinion. Okay, but they're the right. Trump's the right. Oh, it's the right. Oh, really? Well, in the UK, we have a government under Keir Starmer that is called the left. And what is he doing? Exactly the same, in the sense that we have thousands and thousands of people now who have been arrested for social media posts, their opinion. We're now facing the introduction of digital ID, fundamental to the AI digital dystopia control system that is playing out globally. In other words, the left and the right are wings on the same bird flying in the same direction. They just don't realize, because I'm right, I am, or I'm left, I am. And so, if we are going to get this thing called peace, we have first fundamentally, essentially, got to understand that whatever your position politically, religiously, you're being played by the same violin. And when we stop, take a breath, and just realize that we're being played off against each other so that we can all be enslaved, then maybe, just maybe, we can put down the fault lines of divide and rule. We can agree to disagree and let the conflict between us stop.